You know, like, let's keep on rolling, baby. You didn't hear me, did you, Ryan? Still can't hear me, can you?
I can hear you.
I said you sound like Fred Durst when you did that. When you said that.
All right. And I said, all right. I was trying to sound like Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, you do that. Yeah, definitely that too. We will begin shortly, everybody. I'm just doing a few things in the background.
Hey, in the background. What up, everybody? Happy Easter. About to get this show started, motherfuckers. Happy 420, y'all. Smoke them if you got them.
Oh, yeah. Happy 420. Holy smokes. Literally, holy smokes.
Oh, whatever. My fucking ashtray. Gotta need that to smoke. You need the fucking ashtray to smoke. Nice. Fuck yeah, dipshits. Ooh. What up?
You know what's really annoying? So on Rumble, it doesn't. The restream doesn't really do it properly for us. So I have to always go in, add the thumbnail, fix the description, fix everything. What a shit show!
Welcome back to the Dumbfounded Dipshits, everybody. I'm Ryan.
And I'm the other guy.
That's Mike. What's going on? Happy Easter. Happy 420. It's nice that it fucking... What's that? You with your coffee weed drinks. And they say not to mix caffeine with THC because you'll get paranoid. I call bullshit. I call half the stoners I know are caffeine addicts.
I can do it, yes. And I could do a shot of espresso and go right to bed if I wanted to.
You know what? Like, I thought I was like that until I actually had like an espresso after a dinner and I didn't go to bed for like 5 hours.
Okay. As I say that, excuse me, it's semi-true. Like, if there's enough cannabis in the system, yes, it's fucking true. But if it hits me just right, then no. It's going to keep my ass awake all night.
What up, Heidelstein?
Wrong.
Happy 420, Heidelstein. Yeah, 420, everybody. That's like one of my favorite holidays. And it coincides with another diabetes holiday, another candy holiday. Because, you know, like you got Halloween, you got Easter, right? Christmas. Christmas is a candy holiday, too. But Christmas is goodies just all around. You know what I mean? And you got that whole run from Thanksgiving to Christmas. That's just like you're eating junk food for a month anyway. You know what I mean?
So, did anything really big happen this week?
Yeah, Katy Perry, big whoop, went to space. Everybody's dissing her. Nobody gives a shit. Everybody's just like, you know, he pretty much. This is Jeff Bezos, because he's a billionaire. This is the equivalent of him treating his wife to his wife and his girlfriends a night out on the town. You know what I mean?
His wife was there?
Yeah, his wife was on. Or Katy Perry. No, his current wife. Yeah, the Sanchez. No, she was like a newscaster.
Oh, really? I don't know.
I think she's a journalist.
I don't worship celebrities or not saying you do. I'm just saying I don't know who he's married to. I know he got divorced with his previous wife.
Yeah, and she got a lot of money.
Her, the richest woman in the world.
Yeah, literally. Next to like Bates, right? Melinda Bates.
I think so.
The Melinda Bates is up there too.
Because he wears
Bates. What's his name? What's the fucking computer guy's name? Gates.
Bill Gates, not Bates.
Bill Gates.
Not Bates.
Not Norman Bates. I got the wrong psycho. I got my psychos crossed. Oh, so the sunglasses. So this is the whole idea. I don't have a black eye. I'm good, right? My eyes are just the same as normal. Why I'm wearing the sunglasses? Bright idea, bright idea. This is what I see. This like there's this like I don't know this weird like Christian ministry, crystal fucking hippie kind of trippy fucking people that I follow on Instagram, and they like preach like Bible verses and stuff like with the sunglasses on, and I'm like I really like the effect because it's almost like like Tim Dillon does that, right? He goes on with weird sunglasses, but I was like watching these cultist sort of people, and there's like a disconnect with the sunglasses on. I feel like I'm more like a robot. I feel like right now, like the T1000. Like I could just turn to silver right now.
I was gonna say I'm glad that you mentioned you mentioned I can't even think. You mentioned Tim Dillon, but you didn't mention Andrew Tate.
He does sunglasses on podcasts.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, man! Yeah. My whole point is I know that it's been done before. Okay, I know that this thing is cliche. I get it, and I'm not trying to be like John Cena doing that. Also, with the you can't see me because everybody could see him now. You know what I mean? But I digress. Yeah, I wanted to try it. I was like, it's working for these psychos. So like, if I could for a second just borrow a little bit of that psychotic Riz. I think, yeah. It's short for charisma, Michael.
Is that really what Riz is? Is that what the kids are saying?
It's short for charisma. Yeah, it means when you Riz somebody up, it's like you're using your charisma to seduce them or to or goad them. Like you use your Riz as a salesman. A good salesman has a lot of Riz. A good agent has a lot of Riz. A good wrestler with mic skills, that's Riz. That's Riz.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the old man telling you here. The old man learned something new. How about that?
So what do we have?
So a few things happened in the last week besides the Katy Perry shit. I'm pretty sure.
Katy Perry went to space.
Yeah. Oh, did you get the flood? I don't know if on your algorithm. Hold on. I don't know if you got the flood of Chinese salespeople talking mad shit on tariffs and the government. Did you get any of that? Dude, just for 24 hours, I feel like on Tuesday. And then I started seeing news reports of Chinese businessmen who are just ripping on the whole tariff thing and calling Americans fat and stupid and all that stuff. Are those donuts? Are those Easter donuts?
I don't think they're donuts. They're bagels, it looks like. I got a bagel flight.
A bagel flight?
Yeah.
So it's just a sampler?
Yes.
I love a sampler, bro. The thing is, the variety of a sampler is just the shit. You know what I mean? Often what happens, though, when it's a flight of beer or whiskey or something, there's always one that I don't like. There's always one that I'm like, all right, I sort of half regret this.
I did not know that. Back to the Riz, I did not know that.
Yeah. Riz is charisma. It's short for charisma. Oh, I mean, it's...
I remember the first thing I wanted to watch. Now I got. Okay.
What do we got?
Here we go. Let's see if we can do it like this instead. I like this. Okay, you guys ready for this? I don't know if you're ready for this.
It's a clip from Quantum Leap. You don't remember? You don't remember this?
I'm retarded?
Oh my god. Wow. Hey, Restream, you really got to fix that problem, Restream, because I can't hear Ryan over the background noise from this. Even when I edit the video and it's on multiple audio tracks, your audio is completely cut off, even though it's supposed to be on a separate track.
Sometimes it is a little loud in my mix. But as I said, Scott Bakula should have gotten an Emmy for this, I think.
And it was a different time back then. In '89, you were retarded. Now you can't say that. Well, it's coming back.
Didn't we just did a whole episode on how it was making a comeback.
You can't use it in the context he's using it.
I think he sort of can.
No. You can't. Oh, that's because he's calling someone with Down syndrome retarded. You can't do that. I can call you retarded.
Yeah.
But you can't call someone with Down syndrome
Please,
retarded.
please call me retarded. I'm asking for it.
Yes.
Please call me retarded. I'm asking for it. But I think you sort of can.
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not in a derogatory sense. I mean, you're talking just in the proper use of the word. I think you could use that. I think you can.
Oh damn! Oh, you sent me a bunch of stuff.
I sent a lot of this could be. Oh yeah, I sent a lot of bad things.
Yeah, no,
And
great.
we went through a bunch over the last 2 weeks. But I'm telling you, there's a backlog of some shit that you definitely glazed over and didn't realize was. There's some things that were pretty bad. I even forgot. Let's just put it that way. But since I'm sunglasses guy right now, I think I can forget.
Okay, what do we got here? I'm gonna refresh it because the audio.
Well, you got to be careful with the music, but play the music, please.
The thing is, the shorts. Don't get.
Oh, so it's not enough music.
And whenever I fight the copyright, I win because we're reacting to the videos.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. This is all so that you guys can see us.
We don't own any of these videos.
Watch this shit and react.
All the videos.
This is what we're doing.
Any of that, but,
neither of us. Out of all the reaction videos that we've done, neither one of us have vomited yet.
Why would we do that?
Because we haven't reacted to. I mean, we've reacted to some disgusting shit. I think we literally watched somebody in a car accident get flung out of a car and get dismembered in midair. Do you remember that shit?
I watched one guy one jar while eating Chinese food and didn't skip a beat.
The pop, bro. The pop is what.
Yeah. So me and Pest were watching it, and we're both eating Chinese food, and everyone in the room was like, "Oh!" And me and Pest like, "That's horrible, poor guy."
Eating noodles has to be the grossest thing to eat while you're watching some like gross shit like that.
I wasn't eating noodles. I was eating fried rice. It's a little.
I think I could eat an egg roll. I think I could eat some boneless spare ribs, but I don't think I could eat like lo mein if I'm watching a gory video. I don't think I could do that. Or spaghetti for that matter. Come to think of it, or baked ziti. Weird. I don't think I've ever eaten pasta while I was watching a horror movie. Come to think of it, I think I've only eaten pizza.
I've definitely eaten pasta. Definitely, I've had to.
During a horror movie?
Yeah.
It's usually after. I've eaten the pasta before the horror movie.
I've eaten Indian food during a horror movie.
Interesting.
Yeah, right? Intriguing. All right,
that is very interesting.
That's what this video is about. this still frame of this woman is poor, is like not...
She's doing her best Madonna, bro.
Is that a burning cross? I'm not gonna.
I don't know what the fire codes are in her building though, but that is some fucking crazy shit. You're lighting a cross on fire in your house.
Yes, and just
what in the KKK people is going on in this lady's fucking house?
Is that sand on the floor?
She dumped like that is more than one bag of sand and straw.
Yeah,
that is sand and straw and a burning cross, and she tried to recreate the Like a Prayer video scene in her apartment or house, and there's a burning cross in her fucking living room.
I mean, she's not doing bad, but I mean, it is.
I'll tell you what, though, she's like a karaoke 8. You know what I mean? She's never going to make it on American Idol, and never what, because obviously she's outaged. She's aged out of American Idol, but she's like a karaoke 8. And I'm just going to say this. All I could think about is that if she's living on the ground floor, this is really awkward if she has black neighbors who just happen to be walking by.
Wow.
They just like look in, and there's just like a burning cross, and she's dancing around a burning cross.
Wow.
And they hear the music. They just see her just like grooving a Madonna and a burning cross. And what would you think, Mike? Like, what would you think?
We gotta move out of this neighborhood. But like, I was waiting for it, to be honest. I was waiting for Deadpool to come out and just cut her, slice her with Wolverine.
that would have been a good edit of this. If she just had like a Deadpool edit of this, bro, that would have went viral. Yeah, Madonna got. Yeah, that was back in the day when like the Catholic Church like banned her from the Vatican and shit. But does it matter? I don't think Madonna gave a shit.
Does anyone really care about the Vatican anymore? I mean, some people do, but most
I think didn't
people-
JD Vance. Okay, speaking about current events, didn't JD Vance go and meet the fucking the Pope this week or something? Like right before Easter?
I don't know. He's like the most boring vice president in history.
No. Dan Quayle was the most boring president. Dan Quayle was an idiot too. Like he misspelled. What the fuck did he misspell? He misspelled potato, I think.
I mean, not everyone can spell potato, Ryan.
Well, I know,
Clearly
I know,
not, but
I know. Bush Jr. did the nuclear, like the nuclear. He said
he couldn't say it.
he didn't misspell it. He just like stuttered though. Like so, you can't really call him stupid for that. He just like mispronounced something. But I think Dan Quayle misspelled potato. I'm pretty sure, as the legend goes. So this guy woke up with some permanent fucking marker on his face.
Yeah, let's see what this is about. Okay.
Bro.
Wait, what's the sound? Are they removing the ink? Oh, they're removing it.
Removing it. Yeah. That means he made the commitment to have that happen, Mike.
I hear that shit hurts real bad.
The crazy part is the removal. They still have to draw a dick to remove it.
And now you're gonna have a scar of a dick on your face.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's like almost like inevitable. Like you were just gonna have the etching of a dick on your face forever. You know, like at that point, I think it's you know what it is. It is on the beard line, so you could grow some like stubble over it, but I don't know if hair's gonna grow over that now. Now, not only that, you try to grow a beard or have like a little thick stubble, and it's just the outline of a dick in your beard. Like, dude, that would fucking suck too. It's like you could never escape it. It's just forever. You would have to live your life like you're afraid of COVID. You would just have to wear a mask forever.
You know, to be honest,
got some
I
Khalifa Kush.
You know, it's not bad. The Khalifa Kush. It's I haven't had it in a while.
It's
But
old reliable.
Yeah.
That's what I call it.
Let's see what else we got. Also, we gotta do something where we entice our audience, which is like 6 people, to send videos or links to videos that they find that are utterly ridiculous.
If you got some wild stuff, send it to the Facebook page, send it to the YouTube page, any of the pages. We'll react to it. As wild as it is, as wild as we could show on YouTube, we'll react to it. I don't want to do no off-camera reaction because I want you guys to see what we're looking at. So whatever the ridiculous shit is, send it. And we'll fucking take a peek at it, and we'll comment on it, and we'll shout you out on the live stream. You're still intrigued about him having to redraw the dick on his face, aren't you?
No, I was looking at videos in the background. What to play next?
The doctor or the anesthetician who fucking caught this case was just like, this is the best story I've ever had to tell about work. Wow. That made this skin doctor's day. Bro, that fucking derm is just like, this is the best shit ever. Okay. So now check this out. Before we watch this video, can I just give this a little bit of now? I don't know if this guy's serious. Can I just say this? So I'm looking at this dude as like, I don't know if he's serious, and if he's not, I'm sort of half skeptical, but I'm like half thinking this dude's serious. And I don't know if it's just because of the way he puts these together, but it is still, even the way he's put together is ridiculous in itself. So apparently this guy is a self-proclaimed superhero. Roll tape.
Those are you're out there in Twitter land. No, any land. Like, subscribe, hit the thumbs up. Let's see this vigilante.
My name
Proclaimed vigilante.
is Rockhorn. I am most
Probably not the best superhero name, my guy. Probably
Yeah,
not.
but
What do I got?
at least he's
My name is
Dude,
Rob.
I call it E for effort, man, or erection, or whatever you want to call it, though. But I'm just saying, like, he really is like trying to sound as intimidating as possible, but it's definitely having the reverse effect.
Los Angeles one and only superhero, and any criminals in Los Angeles will be punished. My name.
Someone's gonna shoot him in the face.
Yo, pull up. I thought I sent you his page because the other videos, because that's just like him announcing himself to the fucking people of Los Angeles. This guy walks around with the spray painted red Captain Americas. And there's also clips. Some of these clips, he's like supposedly on the scene of crimes that have been committed, and there are cops there. So I don't know what's up with this guy. This guy's crazy.
What?
I want to know if he's used any of these moves on an actual fucking criminal, though.
He's gonna get shot if he does.
This is why I don't think it's serious. I don't think it's serious,
Hard
Mike.
and Steve fighting crime at 2 a.m.
Steve, bro.
What'd you say?
His sidekick is Steve, dude.
Really? And he's
I
just in a
think this is
Minecraft zombie outfit or whatever that is, a creeper. This gotta be a joke. Gotta be a joke.
Because if people were doing this, they'd just wind up dead, right?
Yes, yes.
And naturally, that is what would happen.
Speaking of that kind of stuff, remember the movie Kick-Ass?
Yes.
Like his superpower was he just couldn't feel pain, so he didn't have a superpower. He could just
That's not good.
And die, you know.
That is not good. That is not good. Like if you have like if your superpower is like your like Domino, where you just like super evasive, like you could just evade any attack, like yeah, that you would rather have that than to be like impervious to anything. Like think about it, right?
So there was a UFO sighting. You sent me
Which
UFO
one?
sighting.
Yeah, I did. Is it the one in South America?
I don't know. It's this one. Peru. So yeah.
There you go. All right. So I just gave this a glance. Obviously, this is a while ago that I sent it to you. So just with that as a preface, take a look at this, Mike, and you tell me, because I'm like, I like to just write this shit off right away, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm thinking, dude. I don't know.
Flying. Okay. I'm not an expert in flight at all, but that is flying pretty weird if it's real.
It not flying like something that's like
It's not flying.
I don't say natural aircraft, but you know what I mean, like a man-made aircraft.
The best way to describe it is it's not flying like something that's actually flying. Like with wind. Okay. It's not flying as if the wind is and the air is.
Gotcha. Copy that. I agree. That's what I'm saying.
Thing floating there? Is that just a bug?
I think that's just a windshield bug. Yeah, and it gives it contrast. So you're like looking at something that's flying in front of this person's thing. So there's something to give it context. You know what I mean? Aside from the actual road itself that gives it depth to begin with, because you're already on the road that's tapering off into the distance. So you could sort of see how it was closer and how it went further away at an angle. Now, I shouldn't be doing this because it's still photos. It's just taken out of context. I can't be pointing at UFOs like this, Mike.
Why? Oh, yeah. Don't. I'm
shouldn't just be pointing at UFOs like that.
I'm freezing that frame and posting it on the
out of context. Right on Instagram, I posted that out of context, saying that I was affiliated with all the enemies of the state.
The last one where it's Fatland, and the video starts off with "I'm not racist," and it goes into the Fatland video. It's literally
I didn't see that one.
You go, but I'm not racist, and then the Fatland video goes on. I just want to say something about this video that's a little weird. So if this is a dash cam camera, it's kind of moving a little weird, unless it's like you see how it's cars.
He's swerving. He's sort of swerving.
Yeah, but it's also going up and down a little bit, unless it's a motorcycle. This might be a motorcycle.
I think so.
The way it's.
This person's freely moving around the road. Yeah, that's what I think too. Like this guy's on a moped too. You know what I mean?
That's fucking weird. I wonder if there's more videos of it. It's a little weird.
Sometimes this is the thing. In this, it's like sometimes like you. I learned this from watching you, Mike. To like look in the comments to see if it's debunked immediately because somebody would have, and it usually comes up in like the more recent or more relevant comments if one of these videos is bogus or has been deemed bogus or has been proven bogus. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't see anything. I just see someone saying it's a bug on the windshield, but it's clearly not.
What, that disc? No.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's the new Tesla, someone said. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. That is weird. What is this? I have this. I don't even know what this is.
I still think it's real.
Oh, that's the same video. It's my fault. I gotta do this. You think it's real?
Totes still think it's real.
I mean, it looks pretty real, doesn't it? I mean,
yeah, you know, like, and I won't jump out to say things like that are real right away because I just have a deep fear of just like looking insane. Aside from just having these sunglasses on.
All right, here's some more. Going with the same theme. Just a little same theme.
The turn of the century that the human body is almost 80%, 90% water, and it's also got electrolytes in it, which we know to be salt, potassium, different minerals. That means we're a salt battery. No different than the car battery, different than something like that. And there's a patent actually called the Cali patent, which I'll hold up here for the camera to see. And this patent actually was developed in 1897, and not much has been done with it, because at that time everyone was afraid of electricity. In this case, Dr. Clark developed a product using a 9-volt battery. And I'll just show you in the back here. There it is, 9-volt battery. And this particular unit, you just snap on your wrist with 2 wristbands.
You only have a minute. Yeah.
You snap it on your wrist just to prove that I'm a circuit. I push the little green light, and the thing is on. And if I put my hands together, you can hear that I'm a circuit, and I'm a closed circuit at this point. Now with
Why do we get a sound when you put hands together?
Because I've closed the circuit. Now when I take my hands apart, obviously the electricity is now being able to flow through the body. The electricity can't go through the digestive tract, so in the digestive tract, to kill the microorganisms, the specific parasites, she's found the effectiveness of the black walnut, which the native Indians used for cleansing many years ago. The black walnut, in its green hull form, kills many of the microorganisms, and in conjunction with another product called wormwood, and cloves, typical cloves that you would get at the store, these 3 in combination have the ability to go in and kill all the pathogens. It was proved.
What does that have to do with?
I don't know what he was rambling about. I just found the video and thought it was cool.
I lost him, bro. I really did lose him.
So
I lost him.
He was just showing that basically we are a battery, but it's not entirely true. But we are. Our heart runs off of electricity. What causes it to beat?
There's a current there's a current that keeps our heart rate regulated, and synapses that give information from one cell to the next.
He's just going through things that people fail to realize. Now I don't know what the patent was for, or what the whatever, but there's a few things that over the past couple of days I saw. Like I saw Gary Brecka on Rogan, and he talks about autoimmune disease, and he goes, most people with autoimmune disease tend to have parasites, and if you get diagnosed with autoimmune disease, the first thing I would do is go get a parasite test and see if there's any parasites in your body. And I was like, shit, I have an autoimmune disease. Do I have parasites? Because he's not an idiot. But
Like, I'm saying, is there no other way for that? Just like for you to just like be tested for it, just not normally when you go to like a regular checkup.
What, parasites? I have no idea.
Yeah, you should just be screened for that regularly. This is called Freshie.
When was the last time?
I don't know if you could see it. It's very, very shiny up there.
When was the
Freshie
last time you
says it's tequila.
checked for a parasite?
I mean,
Never. Probably.
I don't think
Yeah,
I think the only parasites I've ever had, I think I had like a head lice in kindergarten because everybody in class had it.
Yeah, well,
I think that's the closest thing to a parasite I think I've ever had or knowingly had. This is the thing. But because you're saying the way that you're saying this, right, is that
it's because Gary.
you may not know, you may not have a fucking clue, and you just live your whole life with a parasite.
Well, have you ever seen the the photo of the guy that ate sushi in Japan?
Bro,
Hold on.
I've seen a lot of people eating sushi in Japan, I think. And
Hold
just
on.
like I've flipped through pages of magazines, like jerking off to people eating sushi in Japan. But sorry, no rim shot. Drum set's vacant. Looking for a drummer. If you want to hit rim shots during the podcast,
See that
we're hiring.
right
Yeah,
here?
it's like a tapeworm.
This,
That's like a
right here.
brain worm. That's
Right
like
here.
a brain worm.
This image right here. Can you see that? Hold on,
I can
this
see
one. right here.
Where's
No.
your cursor? Let me see.
You can't see it. It's not working. You don't see the cursor. This one.
I see your cursor. Yeah, at the bottom. Yeah.
That one.
No, that one. Yeah. Inside the X-ray. Yeah.
He was complaining of like weird pains and headaches, and they went and had him all throughout his body. All over.
Okay.
Tapeworm.
They were just in everything.
Because they're so small, the eggs, that if they don't get to go where they want to go, which is your intestines, they can go fucking anywhere. They can get in your bloodstream.
That's wild. But your body could fight them off, like to a certain extent,
Yeah,
right?
and there's medicine, there's a poison you can take that just kills them.
Ivermectin.
Whoa! You can't say that. We just got blacklisted from.
No, I think that's lifted. Now that they've come out with the whole lab leak thing, and they're saying that it was a
No.
lab leak now.
Aren't
they doing that? Isn't that what's happening, or am I just misinformed?
That's the official story now. Now it's official. COVID was caused by a lab leak. It's
Yeah.
They looked at it under a microscope, like Brett Weinstein. It was a Brett or the other one. Which one said it? Which one?
Harvey.
No, it definitely wasn't Harvey. It wasn't Harvey.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Eric or Brett, the one that's not the mathematician, the one that's
other one, right. Yeah.
evolutionary biologist.
Right.
He said he personally looked under a microscope and saw that it had the markers on it that indicate that it was fucked within a lab, and that would suggest that it was a lab leak. And he's like, why isn't anyone looking into this? But then apparently they finally looked into it and said, hey, wait a second, this has markers on it that says it was leaked in that it was made in a lab. Where the fuck's the pangolin?
Yeah, or the bat. Right?
I mean, what drives me nuts is then if that's the case, so then we know they all lied. So why do we even believe? Like, why do we believe anybody? I mean, this includes Trump or anyone. Why do we believe?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question.
Like,
I rarely believe any of them.
Like
nowadays, you know.
I'm consistently still as I promote the podcast. By the way, our Facebook grew a little. It went from like 10 followers to like 122. But our views are going up on our shorts and everything. So I'm trying to, do that, and I consistently fight and argue with people on both sides because I just make a comment like, that's not right, and they're like, "Oh, you're a racist," and I'm like,
"Yeah,
I'm a racist." Because I said that's.
I get the notifications. I get the notifications from Facebook all the time, and I'm like, "Oh, Mike's at it again." Mike is in the heated Facebook debate world, where it is an unforgiving world. By the way, it is an unforgiving world, that Facebook debate world, or just social media debate. Twitter debate world is actually, that's big leagues, isn't it?
Yeah, Twitter is, I don't know much about it. I don't use it a lot, so I don't.
What about Reddit?
So theoretically, we do have a Reddit, but I've never used it. I made it once years ago, and it just sits there probably.
Yeah, like a lot of things on the internet too.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's like, to even just be involved in every application and or facet of social media is just insane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't even think everybody does that. But the thing is, there's too many, because there's too many ponds to dip your foot in. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Usually old reliable works the best. YouTube, you know what I mean, is still the center of that world, pretty much.
Deadliest wasp nest discovered in Australia.
Yeah, bro. This like usually you hear stories about Florida, Australia, here, there, blah, 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 crazy animals that could kill you. And you're like, nah, that sounds like an exaggeration. That's not true. And then you see a fucking video like this.
All right, let's see what this is about.
Cheers.
Freaking hell. Freaking hell. Freaking hell.
What the?
Oh my God.
Yo. So I was a pest control for about 7 to 8 years, and maybe longer. But anyway, I've never seen any. I've seen nests. I've seen them inside of a wall, like
Size
maybe.
of a basketball, maybe.
Well, no, I've
Maybe
seen it big,
maybe a
where
little
like
bigger, but
like the
yeah,
majority of the wall might be covered, but it's thin, so it's long and it's a thin nest. This
that's
is
a structure.
gigantic. Yeah,
That's a
this is
structure.
that's a city, bro.
Yes, bro.
That's New York
That is
City of wasps.
that is the Death Star of wasp
Yeah,
nests.
there you go.
Bro, insane. Dude, and the thing is, like, I think their sting is poisonous enough to where a few of them will fuck you up.
And I believe if
If all
they're
of them sting you, you're fucking dead, I'm pretty sure.
yes, and they're not like bees where they sting you and they die. These can sting you and continue to sting you.
Yeah, until they empty out their reserve of venom, or yeah, it's venom, right? Is it venom or is it poison? No, because they're not poisonous; they're venomous.
I think it's venom. I believe it's venom.
Right? That's what the jury
Uh,
said.
Let me see. Where'd that come from? What is this? Hornets. Or
There's
hornets.
probably hornets. Oh yeah, by the way, shout out Wu-Tang, Killer Bees, Killer Bees. Fucking
No,
woo.
it's not.
Fu-
It's not venom.
What is it then?
Oh, it is
Then
venom. It's so confusing.
okay.
Okay. Hornet venom contains a mix of compounds, including histamines that can cause immediate pain, swelling, and itching at the site.
Yeah,
While
okay.
most hornets cause mild symptoms, severe allergic reactions can occur. And some species, like the Asian giant hornet, which is the one we're watching in the video, by the way,
Yeah.
have more potent venom that can cause serious health problems. Joy. Let's see. Let's get back to this video.
It's like an alien. If you
God
could see
damn.
this with your own eyes, it's actually terrifying. It is actually terrifying.
Just get a
Oh my
fucking.
god.
Just get Elon Musk's little. This is not a flamethrower.
He's using like those alien words, like it's terraforming, like they're actual, like he walked into like, Ridley Scott's Alien, you know.
Yeah.
David, my stick won't cut this. This is unbelievable. Oh, my heart's going 100 miles an hour. This is something I've never seen before.
It's a hanging building, bro.
Insane.
That's just crazy.
It goes.
It's fucking nuts. That's the mothership. That's the mothership.
This is something I've never and the buzzing.
We can't even hear the buzzing though.
Yo, you know what would be sick? If I saw that, I'd be like, I have to go to war with these beings.
It is war.
It is war. I have to go to war with them. Like that is the decision that you have to make. And I'm pretty sure that's what everybody's like afraid aliens are gonna come and do when they come here, is that they're gonna come here, right? And they're gonna be like, hey, we gotta destroy these motherfuckers because they're fucking unruly and they'll fuck us up if we don't. And we might as well view ourselves as a hornet's nest. We can still do damage if you don't fucking take us out the right way, right? So you can't torch that thing because it's in a house. You're trying to save the house. The whole thing is renovating this house. You're not trying to burn the house down, right? So you can't nuke it. But what you could do is like attack it with fireworks.
Well, so they sell those.
You can fumigate. I know.
I was gonna say the gas bombs that come like a can. You push the thing and drop it. And then close the door and walk away, and you're
biological warfare. Yeah, but you know what? I like better? Bottle rockets and M80s, bro.
Yeah, but then you're gonna ruin that paint job in the bathroom.
You're gonna you're gutting it anyway. That bathroom's, dude. I'm not living in that bathroom after taking that wasp nest out. Everything's got to be new. Everything's got to be new. I'm sorry. I'm gutting that whole fucking bathroom.
I don't know about you, but I don't typically live in a bathroom. You just said I'm not living in that bathroom.
No, but these wasps live in that fucking bathroom. You know? I mean, I spend time in that bathroom. You know what I mean? I spent time in the bathroom.
Joking. I was making fun of the paste. what you said. What? No.
Those
You sent,
motherfuckers are moved the
you
fuck
sent
in.
this to me.
Yeah.
So I
So
it's a
food for thought.
it's been a
Food for
theory
thought.
too for a while, by the way.
Yeah.
This is not something that's too new, but
And they were talking about, in order to terraform, they were talking about like having to have some sort of catastrophic reaction to kickstart an atmosphere by slamming like an asteroid that has water on it into Mars, or comets that are
yeah.
ice rich. You
So
know.
they're claiming now that it was attacked from an alien by an alien race. So how would they like? What's the?
Okay, you know what was a great segue? That hornet's nest. Because I'm
Yeah,
saying maybe Mars got hornets nested. I think we just coined the term, Mike. We're gonna say that like global extinction is getting hornets nested. You're just getting ousted, bro. They're destroying the hive.
well, the comments I'm reading are telling me this is bullshit. By the way,
Yeah, but
it's a theory. It's not even a theory.
it wasn't only on this. There were several other sources too.
It's a hypothesis.
It was
It's
on
not.
World Star Hip Hop also.
Oh yeah, that makes it. Yo, where'd you hear that? Yo, I heard a World Star. Yeah, okay.
All right, but I'm just saying, like, you know, something happened there, and everybody, you know, I think it's like the slow death of the planet Mars, and Mars might have been like a lot like Earth, but definitely went the dry rot pretty quick.
Many theories that humans were originally from Mars, and Mars was going to shit, and we used all the technology we had to get here, and then we lost a lot of technology over the years because of other shit that happened here, and blah blah blah. And the problem with, okay, not the problem, but to make that theory even more worse is, if you think about us as a species, we live on Earth, and usually the planet you're evolved on, you're pretty adaptive to the planet, and we aren't as adaptive as other animals on this planet. And this is all theories I've read and heard. This is not my, I don't know, I'm an idiot, I don't know if this is true or not, but like, I've heard people who are smarter than me say it doesn't quite make sense if we were evolved on Earth. You know what I mean? Because there's other things, there's other primates similar to us that are way behind.
but then look at it this way: what if, like, you know, not to say, now that I have like these sunglasses on, I'm gonna start talking like these.
Should I get my tinfoil hat?
Yeah, you should. Yo, dude, we should literally just do a whole episode. Like, you got to watch a few of these people's shorts and a few of their podcasts and live casts, and you'll know what I'm talking about. We should definitely parody it. I think we should. I think it would be a fantastic
talk
idea.
to me about it, what you just said.
All right, fantastic. So now that we're talking in this thing, right? Like, who's to say there wasn't a Noah's Ark, right?
Mhm.
That sort of like dumped like those animals here. And on Noah's Ark, like, Noah took like a lot of typical animals, basic animals, but he didn't take like dinosaurs, because dinosaurs are already extinct. We already knew about this planet, but like, we didn't come here because it was occupied by monsters, so we didn't want to fucking come here, but it was always like on the back burner that we would have to. And that maybe when our planet was fucking disintegrating like 65 million years ago, like, we fucking threw an asteroid so that we could come here.
Yeah, like we had technology that was able to move.
Yes, but in the whole thing, because like of just de-evolution, it's like we ended up Gilligan's Islanding on this fucking planet, and we brought like mammals and stuff with us because there weren't any mammals, and they fucking diversified and like spread out, and eventually, like, what we are as humans, like, we probably weren't humans when we were on Mars. We were like another creature. You know what I mean?
What if we've been humans this entire time?
That would be some sick Star Wars shit, I think, but you know, like, that works in the Marvel universe, but I don't think it works in ours. I think everything's forever changing.
Yo, is Haley Joel Austin the kid from Osmond from The Sixth Sense?
Yo, this guy isn't only just seeing dead people; he's seeing the inside of a fucking cell right now. He's got arrested.
Did you see Future Man?
What was that?
The show Future Man.
Nah.
He's in it. It's an incredible show. Not incredible.
He's also his sister. Him and his sister were like on some sitcom too together. I think.
Is this he gets arrested? Is he fucked up? Let's see.
I think they found like fucking some blow in his pocket, and he was hammered on the ski
Let
lift.
the kid do blow. What the fuck?
Oh, the kid. The guy's in his 40s, Mike.
Yeah, he's still a kid to me.
He's not. I'm lying. He's like in his 30s. But even still, this is like there's video. This is some video. There's more video of him actually on the ski lift, causing crazy ruckus, like up in the ski lift, like up high, being reckless.
What's going on? I'm being detained by these guys. Okay. Who am I talking to? Is it John? Is it Robert? I'm an American. 144 Tommy. I don't understand what that means. I'm an American. Can you stand up, please? Stand up. Stand up. I am not fighting. It's okay. I'm not stand up. I'm not fighting with him. Jesus Christ. Stand up. I'm not fighting you. You put that in my front. Where are you living now? Where are you living? Where do you live? What do you ask? Because I'm the police officer who's taking care of you right now. That's why. I've been kidnapped.
Okay. I'm being kidnapped. I can't believe I stopped it right there.
That ending right there. That's
the ending right there.
No. I don't know. I don't think so. But that if it was, they should. That's where it should end.
That's where the reel's gonna end.
It should be to be continued like right after that. I think. But,
so
yeah.
They were very nice to him.
Yeah.
They said stand up, and he's like, I am not resisting or whatever. But he was not. He was like letting them drag him basically.
He was very drunk. He looked very drunk.
Let's see what the end happened.
Very
let's see what's going on.
I am Nazi.
Okay. Kike? Did he say kike? He said kike?
Yeah. Could two things be true?
A Nazi?
At the same time?
Yeah. What?
Why did he think he made a mistake and was like, no, in fact, you're not a Nazi, you're a that is some crazy shit. Like it's wild. Yo, do you know what's funny? Can I just say this? I feel like very deja vu-ish right now, and I'll tell you why. Because I feel like we played a clip of another celebrity, not Haley Joel Osment, a completely other celebrity that did the same thing to a cop and called him the K word. Do you remember that? Like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, there was somebody who did this already, who like literally while they were getting arrested, while they were like intoxicated, called the cop the K word.
I don't remember.
And you know what? Like with deja vus, it could also be 50-50. Like it did happen, it didn't happen, right? But it feels eerily familiar. And for that reason, I'm like almost not surprised that he did that, as fucked up as he is, to call somebody both the other N word. Let's call it the other N word.
It's not even an N word. It's a K word.
Kanazi?
Yeah, that's the
Nazi.
Oh, you meant Nazi, not kike. Oh, sorry.
Bro, I'm gonna start spelling Nazi with a K.
Ow.
I think we should. Yo, bro, that is wild. Like if you were just Nazi,
Kanazi, a Kanazi.
Kanazi. Doesn't that sound? It sounds like a pastry.
Oh, that's what I wanted to say before I even played this video. Where'd it go? Shout out to loading. Kevin Avery. I can't talk. Shout out to Kevin Avery. We got into like a heated debate in one of those things about whatever, blah, blah, blah. Who cares what it was. Then we ended up finding like a happy medium, I think. And now he's been literally liking every reel I post. Just saying.
Cheers, Kevin Avery. If you're watching.
No, but when I post a reel to that, he will probably like that and be like,
Oh, nice.
I highly doubt he watches the lives, but he Watch the reels.
Yeah, the shorts are a completely different audience.
No, yeah, absolutely, because it's so much easier to do like a 5-second video and get like fucking 10,000 likes on 10,000 views on it.
Because we got to work through 15 minutes before either any one of us says something clever. So out of like an episode, we might get like, 5 or 6 solids.
I'm still 2 episodes behind with the reels.
But it's good to be backlogged like that because the thing is, it's in
hiatus like next
the new
week,
episode. Yeah, right.
Then there's more. I just post a shitload of reels that day or whatever.
Yeah. I have a backlog too. I'm like 4 or 5 posts behind. You know what I mean? Which is good because I feel like I still have a steady supply.
You sent me this. I don't know what this is. Let's see if the music's on, volume's on. Let's see.
The fucking background dancers, though.
What did I just watch?
The background dancers, though, Mike. The background dancers. It's all about the background dance.
It's hilarious, but what's with the fan? It's not even on.
This is what goes on in my head when somebody hands me the bill at a restaurant and tells me to figure it out.
Yeah.
This is what happens in my head. I'm like,
yeah. Is he gonna sing?
I'm waiting. I'm still waiting. I don't know. I'm on the edge of my seat. I love how he has like all the keyboards stacked on top of each other. Just like one on top of the other. He gets brownie points for originality. I've definitely never heard anything like it ever before in my life.
Originality. Oh, this, I thought it was a joke. I thought this was a joke. I honestly, and if it's a joke, if it is a joke, it fooled me. But I thought it was a joke, and then I thought please tell me this isn't real. This can't be real. Can't be real. Tell me this isn't real.
LA City Council members Hugo Soto Martinez and Nithya Raman were on hand today to help remove the signs. They say the no cruising and no U-turn signs were put up in the 1990s to prevent people in the gay community from meeting up with other gay people.
I was also surprised that these U-turn signs were still up. And at first, they seem a little... oh, okay, it's just a no U-turn sign. But when you learn the history of it and you realize that these were used to profile gay people, it's so important that we have these removed.
The LA City
Is that true, though?
How?
It does seem like a traffic safety situation.
So hold on. If the signs like no cruising or no whatever gay sex, that's the problem, I guess.
Well,
no U-turn sign. How does that make sense?
There's another one. What's the other one? What's the other one? There was a second thing that they said they were taking.
No cruising.
No cruising. So yes. Wait, no cruising. What does that mean?
I don't know. yeah, exactly. What?
What the fuck does no cruising mean?
Hold on. Let's see the rest of this video. I'm hitting this.
Say the signs were put up after the gay community began to grow and because there was a gay bar in that area.
I still don't get the answer.
Is that true? Is that true for all no U-turn signs? Because I'm pretty sure that there was a no U-turn sign by where I used to live in Brooklyn. There were 2 of them. And anytime that somebody tried to pull a U-turn there and they did it the wrong time, they would get clobbered by oncoming traffic. And that's sort of why they had the no U-turn sign there.
Well, the comments
so did they really randomly put a no U-turn sign in front of a business just to prevent people from turning around and pulling up to a business?
No, typically they put that there because they don't want you making a U-turn on a busy highway and get clobbered. Not
Is it
not not that
is
they
it for
don't want you to go to a gay bar and get clobbered.
is it for prostitutes?
I
The
I
no.
don't.
What does
I
cruising mean? What the fuck does
hold
cruising
on.
mean?
I'm gonna have to Google that. Looking for a sexual partner in public places is
That's what I'm saying. That's a prostitution thing, right?
no. It's not. It's not paying for it. It's just looking for it.
Wait, so it has nothing to do with picking up
It has nothing to do with prostitution.
a sex worker.
No. No. Weird.
So
I don't understand.
so then, dude, you could just be fucking on the bad side of an LA cop, and they could just pull you over anywhere and say that you were cruising, and then that charge just implicates that you're gay.
Well, it's
like they could just pick you up and troll you and be like, well, what the fuck are you arresting me for, officer, for cruising? And they'd be like, well, what?
Imagine
what
this.
the fuck is cruising? And cruising just means that that you're picking up your gay lover. That's what.
Imagine this, Ryan. You get lost. You go down this road.
Yeah.
You want to turn around. You see a no U-turn sign.
Uh-huh.
But you're like, shit, I'm lost. I need to go back in that direction. There's no cops, and you make that U-turn.
Yeah.
Then as you make the U-turn, you happen to see a gas station, which happens to be across the street from a gay bar, and you go stop at that gas station. The cops see you. Now they stop you and question you, and you get arrested for an illegal U-turn and cruising. And now it's on and now you have to go to court and fight and prove you're not gay, basically.
And when they write the report, they'll say that it was across the street from the notorious gay bar.
Yes. Wow.
So you're just like branded as being a closeted in some rural Alabama fucking town, right? Or no, this is Los Angeles. Los Angeles, not so bad. Los Angeles, it doesn't matter. There's probably a lot of famous people who got arrested cruising. Like, how many famous people got arrested cruising? Honestly, like a lot, probably.
Didn't Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, he got caught with
Yes.
a trans, I think, hooker. Yes.
Yeah. So, if the information we're hearing is correct, and that the sign was put there in that specific place, not all U-turns, but that specific one, that makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, that they're targeted. I would say so.
Yes.
Yes.
I would say that this is being spun to make it look bad on the LGBT community, but in reality, they're not wrong here in this very instance.
Well, maybe if the city of Los Angeles wanted to be less homophobic, they would have just put no U-turn signs going all the way up the road.
Mm-hmm.
And then this would just be like, well, let the neighborhood bitch about it and see what happens. So, because, I guess take it down. Fuck it. Who needs it? You know what? Like, I do personally, to be quite honest with you, just out of convenience factors, I just often get like, I'm like, damn, I got to go up another third of a mile to pull a Yui. And it's dead ass middle of the night here. I could just pull this quick whip, right? But there's a camera there, and the second you do, it's just like now everything's automatic ticket now, Mike.
Yeah, it really
you know what I mean? Everything's
everywhere.
automatic ticket. So it's like
two tickets on Hillside Avenue. Not one was old. One was from last year that I just never paid because I didn't even know it existed, and the other one was from like a week or two ago, and it was because I went 35 and a 25. Now that sounds bad, but when you look at the road that it's on and the fact that it probably should be a 30 or 35, but
it
whatever.
should be a 35 road, yeah.
But New York, it's not in New York City. It's all 25 now. They changed the law.
I know.
It's all 25 unless otherwise posted.
That was the de Blasio thing back in 2018 when he changed all that.
Yeah. This is like the female version of that other guy that's always eating.
What, like a mukbang?
No, he does the political things. He's like, Trump said this and you said.
Oh yeah, and he's always having lunch.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think this is his wife or girlfriend or just someone copying his shtick.
So Trump hates women so much that he made his press secretary, Secretary of Labor, Agriculture, Education, Homeland Security, Attorney General, U.S. Ambassador, Chief of Staff, and Director of National Intelligence all women. Got it. So
I don't think anyone ever said Trump hates women.
Oh no, I've heard that.
Okay, but I think it's more of a he's been kind of
I've heard
a
sexist. I've heard
womanizer in the past.
misogynistic. Yes. Like, let's say,
So that's
yes.
not a lie. That's kind of true. And of course, I don't think he's gonna discriminate though. He's not gonna put women. He's not gonna not put women in positions because he's a sexist. Because he's not. But he likes women. Unfortunately,
it's obvious. It's obvious that two things, right? It's obvious that his choices are showing two things: that he doesn't have a problem with women in powerful places, right? And number two, that he is definitely leaning in on the troll that he doesn't like women by putting them in powerful places. You see, there's always an ulterior motive. Like he's doing it for many reasons because he's literally
I was going to say
off many boxes by doing that. Yeah. He's getting liberal media pissed off, and he's getting liberal media fucking pissed off again. And it's like just what he wants to do is he also wants the job to get done, and obviously he's going to put people into positions that they believe they're going to perform well. You know what I mean? Obviously, you're not going to put a dope up there for no reason.
Now, once again, disclaimer. I 100% fact checked this, and it's 100% true. No matter how many times people debunk it, it's 100% true. I fact checked it.
It's a huge argument. I see. I lurk in the shadows. I lurk in the shadows, and I watch you argue with this Canadian healthcare shit with people, and a lot of people. I live in Canada. That's not true. Blah blah blah. So, in my opinion, there's definitely 2 or 3 different kinds of healthcare in Canada. Then,
well, those same people, when they say, "Oh, that's not true," I got my MRI 6 months later, and I'm like, "Yeah, 6 months later. You needed it just for a checkup.
What?
But what if someone needs it for like?" Well, listen to what she says. Now, once again, I didn't fact check this at all, so I don't know if this is bullshit or not. But if you even Google it, how long is the waiting list for an MRI? You could just find the answer in Canada, and it'll tell you it's like 6 months, 3 to 6. Oh my god, 3 to 6 months. So that's a long time.
I had to wait 6 weeks for an MRI, and that was a long time.
And that was a long time. And like my infusion treatment has been delayed for 2 weeks due to some insurance issue. That's a long time to me. But listen to this. Listen to this shit.
Today on How Fucked is Canadian Healthcare, I need an MRI to see if I have a fucking brain tumor. And go ahead, guess when it is. Go ahead, guess. It's in 2026. 2026. My MRI to see if I have a brain tumor is in 2026.
Fucking crazy.
It's March 2025 right now. And if you thought this was bad, it's actually worse than you thought, because the appointment where we decided that I need this MRI was in December of last year. So it's not like it's 10 months from now, it's 13 months. It's a 13-month wait to see if I have a brain tumor. At first, I just thought this was a mistake because having an MRI every year is like a monitoring timeline. Like I already have an MRI every year for my spine tumor, which is why we think maybe I have a brain tumor too. So I was like, hey, they just made a mistake and scheduled this on a monitoring timeline. But no, I called and the clinic was like, yeah, the doctor actually requested that you have it earlier, but this is the next spot we have. We're seeing about 13 months for these brain and spine MRIs.
Wow.
That's fucking crazy.
Now imagine she has a tumor that's rapidly growing in size.
Isn't there a different rule? Isn't there a different rule for people who are like severe conditions?
Well, remember,
or terminal?
She didn't get to that point yet. She didn't even get to the MRI to check to see if she even has a brain tumor yet. So once she gets that MRI, then they can determine if it's immediate or they can wait it out. Not wait.
So they don't give a shit about fucking getting her in now and fucking treating a stage 2 as opposed to a stage 4. Where
here's the problem of them not. We have the same kind of issues here sometimes, and the issue is the insurance companies like to fight with the doctors about what's necessary, and what's not necessary.
Yes, right.
And so their issues.
I watch the lawyers do it every day.
yeah. So the arguments, we both have flaws in our healthcare systems, both Canada and the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say Canada's system is built better than America's 100% because you all get healthcare.
The public system is built better than ours as far as the structure of it, but the service is fucking
practice. It's
Yes.
unfortunately lacking.
Yeah.
And
It's slow as fucking practice.
And the problem is, there's not enough people that want to be doctors in Canada. I don't think
There's not enough people for that to work that way.
And there's not enough people in America that want to be doctors currently either. We're gonna have a doctor shortage in the future. Apparently,
I think there's an issue now. Also, anyway, I think with nurses and doctors, I think there's like a massive shortage all around. And
apparently, there's a bunch of. I'm laughing because of the next video I'm playing, but so I'm not laughing at what I'm about to say. Apparently, there's a bunch of healthcare workers on strike, nurses and other people.
In Canada?
No, America.
Oh, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
In parts of Jersey, I think. Let's see. Okay. And here we go.
It doesn't feel like me. I look like a man in a dress.
Well, no fucking shit.
Okay.
I mean, listen, if that's the point, then that's the point. But if you're trying not to go that direction, it's going to be difficult.
Yes. I mean,
it doesn't feel like me.
But the irony in his words can't be ignored, and that's the problem with the clip. The irony in his words cannot.
Oh, there's no problem with the clip because of the such irony.
Jesus. And listen, do whatever makes you happy, but be honest with yourself.
Yeah, I know I have these sunglasses on, and I know that I look like a douchebag. I'm very self-aware that I look like a douchebag. Do I identify as a douchebag? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
I don't think you look like
Sometimes
a douchebag.
You don't.
I don't think you look like a douchebag, mainly because we're doing a podcast, so this is not who we are. This is our costume,
yeah. So my kayfabe says I could be a douchebag.
Wow.
So,
normally, I
shout out to WrestleMania. I think it's on right now. As a matter of fact,
yeah. You're not
if you got Mania on and you got us on, more power to you.
Okay. So Katy Perry went to space, and here's the clip. So I guess she grew.
This is before or after?
I don't know. We'll see. I don't understand. And by the way, just for the record, everyone, they were barely in space. They were 30 miles up. They were barely in space.
Yeah, they were still technically within our atmosphere.
Yes, they were just in high enough where gravity was different.
Yes,
it was not complete zero G.
We still have an atmosphere for quite a while before it thins out.
Let's hear what the newly knighted astronaut, or whatever the hell it's called, Katy Perry has to say about going to space.
Katy Perry went from lecturing us about climate change to joyriding in space. So I'm not allowed to have a gas-powered leaf blower, but you can just burn up an ungodly amount of natural resources. Got it. She was in space for 10 minutes, and now she's calling herself an astronaut.
To honor my fellow astronauts and just...
It's like me taking a trip with Spirit Airlines and calling myself a pilot. And when she landed, she kissed the earth, which is unfortunate because now Mother Nature has cold sores.
I thought that was a little overboard, that the whole kissing the ground thing. Yeah. I've never seen an astronaut do that. Just saying, I've never seen an astronaut.
No, but she's not an astronaut. Look, it could have been It could have been life-changing for her or anyone in that.
Yeah,
space. It absolutely could have been.
It would be for me.
And the only reason why I think people are saying anything about it is because it's Katy Perry going to space. So
no. I've heard this all when it was Michael Strahan when he did it, and when
that's what I'm saying. Same thing with what's his face? He Captain Kirk.
Oh, William Shatner went up, and yeah, it's okay. That's actually sort of sweet. that's nice that you get to take him up. Nobody's calling themselves astronauts though. That's wild. And I think it's the astronauts were the ones who went out there first, or the ones who live up there, are the ones who actually are on the frontier and are the explorers that get to get flung off the planet for long periods of time in more dangerous conditions and further distances away from the planet. When you get shot up that high, you're just you're the same as like those supersonic jets that go just at that same level of atmosphere. You know what I mean? And they propel themselves down. I'm just saying it's not all that fucking special. And I know I'm not the only one saying this, and I know I feel like a basic bitch right now just chiming in, but it is just not that fucking special.
So, moving to a different topic, Jasmine Crockett.
Crochet? Who's that? Crockett?
Is it Crockett or Crochet? However you say that shit.
Crockett, I think.
So, do you know who she is?
Have no idea.
Really? Oh,
No.
She's a liberal politician. I forgot what senator or something.
Okay.
And she's loud, and I don't mean loud like she's a loud black woman, but she technically is a loud black woman. But I'm not pointing that out. But I'm saying, like, she says things, and you're just like, you're a fucking idiot. And the liberals need to get their shit. The Democratic Party needs to get their shit together and stop letting the fucking worst of the worst run, because she's fucking horrible. And I'm not taking away from her education, because she has like 6 degrees, and I don't have fucking 1 degree.
Not one, right?
However, let's just hear what she has to say.
When I first became a public defender, I had no criminal defense experience. And I walked in and I told my boss, Charlie, I said, listen, you should hire me. He said, why? I said, because I'm black. Charlie looked at me like I was crazy. When I first became...
She says things like that, which is probably taken out of context because it's a clip, small clip, and, you know, they do that. Both sides do that. Yeah. But I've heard her many times say fucking ridiculous things, and people have put her in her place many times, and she's not. I think what's happening is, to be honest, she's probably doing the smartest thing she could possibly do and trying to make a name for herself. You're not gonna sit there and be quiet. You got to be loud and obnoxious.
I think AOC went that route, and she obviously got a lot of eyes on her just being a, you know, congressperson. You know what I mean? Obviously, from New York. I mean, I think in that realm of politics, where you're from actually does boost. I guess like your who knows you, right?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Absolutely. Like I'm sure if you're like from Chicago, New York, Miami, LA, you know what I mean. I'm sure Dallas. I'm sure you get like a lot more people know who the fuck you are, as opposed to like your junior congressperson from like Wyoming. You know what I mean? Maybe they might be popular within their constituency and stuff like that, but they may know like the reps like in their surrounding areas and stuff. But as far as like the people who make the biggest noise on Capitol Hill, it's probably from those territories, the first ones.
True. So this guy's an evil piece of shit. But
he looks fat and disgusting.
Yes, but there's something I wanted to point out when we watch this video. I'll get to it. You ready? Here we go.
He looks how I feel after eating a box of donuts.
Wow, I can relate. I haven't done that in a while. I killed the box though.
To the face. Yeah, diabetes box.
A man who sexually assaulted 6 of his adopted sons has been sentenced to 40 years in prison. Hines and Cohen was arrested in February 2023 after his 17-year-old son called into a podcast using a burner phone and admitted to the abuse that he and his brothers faced at the hands of their father. After his arrest, it was revealed that he had sexually abused 6 of his 9 adopted sons. During his trial, he was seen moving around in a wheelchair with oxygen tanks. However, detectives later proved that he was faking his disability, and one of his sons also confirmed this. He was found guilty and sentenced to 40 years in prison without the chance of parole. Do you think the sentence was fair? Let me know in the comments. A man who sexually assaulted 6 of his adopted sons.
So, you know what I wanted to point out before we get into anything else? See, he's all beat up here. See his face? He's all beat up here.
Has been sentenced to 40 years in prison.
So, not beat up, clearly because he wasn't arrested yet.
Yeah.
Beat the shit. Not beat the shit, but he's healing a little bit, but he got beat up.
Yeah, he looks rough.
Okay. Not rough. So what I'm trying to say is this. There's another photo with him, the mask on. He's not beat up. So this was before sentencing. This is him trying to play it off. So the one after sentencing with his face beat up is he's going to get killed in jail. He raped 6 children. They don't like that in jail.
No,
The
that's
other
like
inmates will
that's the
fucking kill you.
worst.
They're
That's the
getting
worst.
him. You saw his face. They're getting him.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
said,
I'm just saying, like, yeah. If he doesn't have somebody to click, I don't know. I don't know if the hot seats have a click in prison.
they won't click up, dude. The pedos don't. The fucking chomos. The chomos don't get clicked up with anybody, except for the chomos.
So, is there like a click of chomos?
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like, how do they like? Okay, if you click up with the chomos, doesn't that put a bigger target on your back?
Yeah, but you have to.
Right?
You can't. They're gonna find out, and when they find out, you're in trouble. So if you like, if you start hanging out like the the whites or the Aryan race,
Yeah.
the fuck it is,
Right.
if they
Right.
find
Yeah.
out, and they go, yo, what you here for? Oh, I got into a fight, killed the guy, blah blah blah. Then all of a sudden, like months later, they find out, no, you're a child molester. They're gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah, well, that happens a lot.
All the
You know what I
time.
mean? Yeah, that seems like a very common occurrence.
I know
So,
someone.
but I just figured I just figured the Hasids like sort of protect their own kind of shit, and they're like, oh, none of that's true, because a lot of that community like or ride or die, like they will fucking like protect their own to the fucking. Speaking about,
What is this? You sent me this. What?
this seems okay. It's the profile from this Jewish kid down here in South Florida, who I think is pretty funny. He's hilarious and he could get away with his jokes, but like if somebody else were to do it, it'd be anti-Semitic. Let's just put it
Really?
that way. Yeah,
That doesn't work.
they're hilarious though. I think they're funny. I think this kid's hilarious.
Oh, cool. Is that a cheeseburger? Oh, cool. Is that a cheeseburger?
You gotta look at the other ones where he's picking up money. Those are the funny ones. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Is that a cookie with $100?
What?
You gotta watch a few of them to catch the pattern. He does this in every video. He's like, "Is that $100?" And then he goes to pick it up.
Is that a $20 bill? Oh, cool. Is that a $20 bill?
You get it? Like, is it choppy for you on your end? Is that why you're not getting it? Mike, did you hear me?
Is it choppy for you?
Yes, it is. Is it for you?
Hold on. Not quite.
Because that might be why you're not getting it.
All right, let's see.
Do you see what's happening when he gets up after he picks up the money
Is
off
that
the
a
ground?
$20 bill?
He turns into like a Jew, like an extremely exaggerated version of.
He's got a yarmulke on. It's hilarious.
Is that $100?
I don't think it's that funny though. I don't like.
I don't know. I think this
That's
shit is
funny.
Yeah, some of it's funny. Some of it's pretty funny. I like the videos. I think the videos are hilarious.
No diddy.
Wow.
I think what's his name? Shout out to Florida, the J hit, right? Is that it?
Yeah.
The J hit.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty funny. This is another one. I think this kid's trolling. I'm not sure if he's really serious, but okay. What you got to do is watch this video and then go to his profile page and just let's go scroll through a few of them because it gets crazier and crazier. I don't know if he's serious, but I need your reaction, Mike. Please.
1, 2, 3.
Calling all BBCs, calling all BBCs. Now is the time to join the Bad Boy Club. If you think you have what it takes. For 2025 is the year of the Bad Boy. Now is the time for us to rise up. Well, show me what you got. For I am the leader of the Bad Boy Club. That's right. I'm the baddest boy in town. That might just make me the biggest BBC of all time. So, are you joining the Bad Boy
It makes him the biggest BBC of all time. Oh, you got to see some of the other ones though. He keeps this character running the whole way through. That's why I don't know if he's serious or not. I don't know if this is all a bit, because this is every fucking video. I don't know what this kid's life's about, like for real.
I don't know what this kid's life's about
at all. I don't know. I don't get it. It seems like he does these videos in his bathroom.
Yo, I'm feeling this right now.
Are you reading it though?
No, I wasn't reading that at all. No.
You gotta read it. You gotta read it. You gotta, yeah. Otherwise, it won't make sense.
We're gonna get knocked for that song.
Especially that song. I don't know. I don't know what's with all like the act outs. And what's with this bad boy thing? And yeah, now he's a for training. This guy films all the shit in the bathroom. You noticed that, right?
Yeah. He's
what the fuck, bro?
I mean, we can say what the fuck all we want. He's getting more views than we are. So, I mean, he's doing something right.
I'm not knocking the amount of views this guy has. My question is whether or not he is for real or this is a bit.
Well, he did sound like one of the characters on Love on the Spectrum.
He is okay. Now, this is another thing that I take issue with. Is he really on the spectrum? Like some of those people in Love on the Spectrum, those are, there's something's up,
Yeah. Obviously.
Something acute.
Something's missing.
I think there are people who I believe there are a lot of people nowadays who LARP as autistic.
You think?
Yes.
Or it's just being diagnosed now more.
No. I think that there are, along with a lot of diagnoses that are happening. Yes. There are a lot more, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a correlation to the amount of fakers. So I'm saying, like, let's just say you have 10 young kids, right? Who all get diagnosed at varying levels of autism, right? High functioning, like nonverbal, whatever little nuances that they have with their condition. For every 10 kids that are getting diagnosed, I guarantee you there's like one or two full-on ass adults or people over the age of 16 who just decide one day, just because they're quirky, that they're autistic now. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, they've also learned how to diagnose things a little better. And
I honestly then call it something different. I think that the term autism shouldn't be such a broad spectrum, and that you should be called something else if you're functioning enough, and if you could experience emotions and have human fucking like social interactions with people. I don't think you should be under the fucking umbrella of autistic. You know what I mean? If you have trouble fucking making eye contact with people and stuff like that, that's got to be some other social anxiety disorder that is not autism.
I was watching Love on the Spectrum, and
it's not a bad show. It's not a bad show.
Okay, I'm going to hell though, because I'm laughing hysterical at the fucking show.
Half the people who are watching that show are going to hell.
Yeah, that's okay. I said it to my father. I'm like, yeah, I've been watching Love on the Spectrum, and it's fucking hilarious. Am I going to hell? Because I laughed throughout the whole entire thing. He goes, yeah, you're going to hell, and I'm the guy with the notepad writing down the information.
He's laughing too. You know, he's laughing too.
Absolutely. Okay, like there's that one that's like the business owner, and she's like kind of not as bad as the others, and she's like, I just want to, have a normal relationship, and she just keeps dating more people on the spectrum. I want to have someone on the spectrum, but a normal relationship. So you're not going to get that, and then she's not going to get that because she's not as spectrumy as the others. I don't know.
No, she's not on the spectrum. She's just an awkward woman, and she's like acting like a woman would, and she's asking for the best of both worlds. And
you know which character I'm talking about?
I'm not sure. Is she like the one that's like sort of dirty blonde?
No, she's dark hair, has bangs, and
don't know if it's even the same. Yeah.
Where did it go?
There are a bunch of people. I'm just calling bullshit on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, honestly, right now, under the criteria that they give you, right? I'm autistic. You're autistic. You know what I mean?
I can't even draw a stick figure. I am not artistic at all.
No, you can't draw a stick figure, but you could definitely count like 1,000 of them in 2 seconds, right?
No, I'm horrible at math. I'm definitely not that kind of autistic. If I'm autistic,
right.
It's the bad kind.
Bad
kind. Wow.
Not to sound like a boomer fucking grandpa right now, but I'm just saying, back in my day, you had to have like some sort of fucking like savant talent in order to fucking get that moniker of autism.
The movie Rain Man is not real life, bro.
That guy exists, though. That guy's for real. I don't know if the story actually played out like that, but that guy does do all that fucking like savant counting shit. And he remembers dates and all that stuff, and he could tell you everybody who was on fucking, played in the major leagues in 1961. Like he could do that shit, I
wonder if this will work.
Another one, because it's sort of pastel. This is like Easter color, right?
Yeah.
Sort of.
What if we do a random real part of the show? It doesn't work like that, but what if we do this? I guess that's a little better. Now we're going to watch some random reels and see what shows up on my algorithm.
Are they going fast? This guy's going fast.
Let's see.
Got out of bed at all. The
That's
morning
fast.
rain clouds up my.
That's fucking fast as fuck. That's dangerous.
I give more props to the guy holding the camera and doing it.
That's what I'm saying. Behind him,
unless he's on like a bike or something.
Yeah, everybody's amazed by what this guy's doing, but 2 people could die right now.
Yeah.
And well, you get those motherfuckers with who have like the stick, like the stick camera.
Yeah.
Be humble but not timid.
But I don't know. Those things still give me adrenaline rushes when I watch them.
What is that? I hear Michael Jackson. I just heard Michael Jackson, didn't you?
Yeah, for a second. Now I hear like Enya.
My algorithm's weird. Like I don't know.
Mike's algorithm is gay.
Are you male? Attracted to you prankster. You silly. Still male though. What gender?
You know what's weird?
Are you trying to get into skating, Mike?
I was gonna say I haven't even thought about skating in so long. I don't know what's going
No, dude,
on.
this many videos into my algorithm. There's going to be a fat shaking ass. Did you hear me say that?
Yeah, a fat shaking ass.
Yeah, they're like this many videos into it. There's a fat shaking.
There hasn't been one yet. This is YouTube. That's why I don't use this.
Oh, YouTube algorithm's whack, bro. You got to get on that fucking Reels algorithm. Like TikTok algorithm.
Yeah, I'm done with that. I'm done with that.
But the fucking algorithm's getting fucking crazy nowadays. Out of nowhere, it gives you everything that you want. And then there's blocks of time. I don't know. Like, I always bring this up to you. Like, did you get the day? Like, there's always a 24-hour period of time where it's just like, I'll get a flood of one kind of video. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like the fucking skating videos I just fucking got.
Yeah, like you'll just get that for like 24 hours for no triggered reason. And like the most memorable ones for me was there was like a 36-hour period of time. And when I mean 36 hours that I know, my algorithm could have been going for hours before that. I just wasn't on my phone. But I woke up and from like literally 6:30 in the morning, every time I checked my Reels, it was death videos until probably, seriously, until probably 6 in the evening the next day. And then after that, after dinner, like I'm watching TV, and I'm just like, I pick up, I get a notification, I scroll, and I'm like, oh, no death videos. That's, holy shit, okay, I guess they're done. And just like the worst, like, I know I send you some crazy shit. I'm talking like, they were fucking, like, just beheadings, there's some people just getting blown to bits. Some of them, no, actually, some of them I did send to you.
Yeah, you did. When we watched them, I think
I think we did watch them, but they were worse. Trust me, they were way worse. And then, like I said, the other day, I just get like a flood of something else, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Like, why is, like not being into skating.
Not being in the skating. I'm not into skating. I don't know where those videos were coming from.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Whatever floats your boat, Mike. We all jerk off to weird shit from time to time.
Midget spinning plates. So next week, no episode, correct?
No episode. So we're going to send you off on this 420 with an hasta la vista for 2 weeks. We'll be back at 9:30 on Sunday the following week, which I think is May. The first weekend in May, right? First Sunday in May?
Yeah, I think so.
Cheers, motherfuckers. Smoke them if you got them. Happy 420. Yeah, check us out on fucking Instagram, too. Posting IG Reels this week while we're on hiatus for the next 2. Peace out, dipshits.